People would say, how did you get 40 years? I said, because I didn't ask for 50. It was so easy.
But then he erected what's now become a monument of sorts, the first building to bear his name, Trump Tower. Many call it his greatest triumph. Trump calls it home. For now, a 30,000 square foot penthouse, 3 levels of over-the-top decor, dripping in gold, a fountain in the living room, and ceilings painted with scenes from Greek mythology.
The tile on the bathroom floor, he said, had come from a mine somewhere in deepest, darkest Africa.
Soon, those signature buildings began popping up all over the Big Apple, and later, across the country. Now there's even one in Istanbul, all brandishing his name, Trump. Though now, because of the things he said during his campaign, some residents of buildings that bear his name want out.
That man, we have found, does not represent our values.
Some, like broadcaster Keith Olbermann, sold and moved away.
I couldn't go under the sign anymore that said Trump Palace without spitting, because and I ran out of spit.
What do you think the Trump brand stands for?
The epitome of luxury.
If I asked you to name another condo builder, you couldn't do it.
Donald Trump went all in on Atlantic City, opening several casinos, a huge gamble.
Did you know anything about the gaming industry?
I knew the numbers. I knew the economics.
And the numbers were staggering. By the late 80s, he says his 3 casinos were making $15 million a week. Trump hit the jackpot by luring celebrities to the gambling mecca. Chief among them, Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson, and Hulk Hogan.
Thank God Donald Trump's a Hulkamaniac!
That relentless desire to win made his name a modern synonym for success and celebrity in his own right, authoring best-selling books, making cameos in movies.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
On television.
Look, I'll tell you what, throwing another 50 grand, I cut the grass for you every Saturday.
Even commercials.
We eat our pizza the wrong way.
Crust first.
If flaunting it was the game, Trump was the name.
My new game is Trump, the game.
Because it's not whether you win or lose, it's whether you win.
He continued to win not only by being a businessman, but as being a business himself. The name Trump is such a brand for success that it has been licensed on an astonishing range of products.
Trump model management.
What does this guy not have his name on?
The reason my real estate is successful is they know if I put the name Trump on it, it's going to be the best.
But in the 90s, his fiery mix of hubris and vision caused him to win and lose fortunes. When a casino analyst made this prediction about the Trump Taj Mahal,
when December and January roll around, you could see business drop off 30 or 40%.
He learned firsthand what kind of trouble challenging Trump's numbers can get you. Trump threatened to sue, and the analyst was fired.
You going to fight it to the bitter end?
I always fight to the bitter end, don't I?
In the end, he was forced to fold the Trump Taj Mahal casino, resulting in job losses, and his commercial airline, Trump Shuttle, grounded.
I was at the highest of all pedestals, the hottest in the country. Everything I touched turned to gold. And then one day, the pedestal was knocked out from under me.
Midas had lost his touch. Donald Trump's businesses filed for bankruptcy twice. He explained his financial woes to us in 1994.
I had billions of dollars of debt, in excess of $5 billion. I had $975 million worth of personal debt.
Despite the losses and 2 more corporate bankruptcies, Trump continued to promote a picture of profits and power.
I fought back, and I won.
Now my company's bigger than it ever was. It's stronger than it ever was.
Tim O'Brien, who wrote a biography on Trump, says his specialty wasn't building, but branding.
What he essentially has been is a robust branding and marketing operation and an incredible self-promoter. He's essentially a human shingle.
What do you want?
Well, that's always a question I hate to answer because it's like, who cares?
I care. I really care.
Forbes magazine says I'm worth a lot. Would I say that I'm worth $5 billion?
$5 billion.
I would say I'm worth more than $5 billion, but it's irrelevant.
That year, Forbes estimated his worth at only $5 billion. But the actual number, the American public has no idea. Remember, he refused to release his tax returns.
So you've got to ask yourself, why won't he release his tax returns? Maybe he's not as rich as he says he is.
But back in 2004, Donald Trump took another risk, something few celebrities of his caliber had ever tried. A reality TV show about himself and the cutthroat business world, the search for his apprentice.
I'm here to see Donald Trump.
The risk paid huge dividends. 20 million people watched him grill young Trump wannabes in the boardroom every week.
I didn't come here to make friends.
Omarosa Manigault, now a senior advisor to the Donald Trump campaign, was a contestant on the show.
What was your first impression the first time you saw him up close?
So the first time Donald walked into the boardroom, he took one of those infamous Donald Trump breaths, like,
hello, everybody.
Okay, folks. You know, I literally almost laughed. It was like a caricature of the person.
Then you realize that's the way he is.
He goes, you, what's your story? He doesn't ease into it. He was just immediately.
Yeah, don't waste time.
And if you did, or screwed up, you heard that infamous phrase.
You're fired.
When we come back, we go from the boardroom to the bedroom. Donald Trump's private life. The father, the husband, the playboy.
This way, Lisa.
Next. In the early 90s, Donald Trump is on the hunt for three things: power, money, and women.
An easy way to understand Donald Trump is that his appetites are whetted and heightened by the chase.
He certainly is drawn to very beautiful women. He surrounds himself with beautiful women, and many of them are very intelligent.
Wife Ivana Trump is one of those beautiful and intelligent women. She's just not the only one. The couple's 14-year marriage is on the rocks after whispers of an affair with Marla Maples, a woman the tabloids have dubbed the Georgia Peach. Wife Ivana, who has 3 kids with Donald, tells ABC's Primetime she never saw it coming.
Did you see warning signs? I didn't. I didn't.
Are you following the Trump thing? You can't miss it. The latest dispatch from the front in the battle of Trump versus Trump.
It's a front-page fiasco of lovers, lawyers, and large settlements.